So, welcome to this session of the Station Hill Intermedia Lab, a project of the Institute for Publishing Arts and Station Hill Press, in conjunction with Greenkill, and in the company of David Stahl on sound, and the inimicable choreography of David on camera. And this is a performance of Titles and First Lines, the text of Michael Ruby, written while he was at work, about all the poems he wasn't writing, in conjunction with Nancy Graham. And she's going to be reading words from Michael Ruby's notebooks of extemporaneous subconscious transmission of words. And then what you see on your screen is from Michael Ruby's compulsive words, or they're the words that arise into his consciousness spontaneously and persistently, and out of which all of this comes together to this moment and performance of Titles and First Lines. But first I'm going to read from Eruditio Ex Memoria by Bernadette Mayer. This is a book that was made of her notes from high school and college. The Apollonian art derives like dreaming. It casts a veil of beauty over the abyss. In Greece, when Titanic gods are replaced by the Olympic, we have only the satisfactory religion ever existing, to live in an illusion, glorifying experiences on the chance that this illusion is better than life, to have a little naive culture. Oh no, man is a suffering animal, the sick man, the imperfectible imperfection, the child of chance and affliction. But life is self-desiring, a Dionysian wisdom. Only the worst suffering makes it bearable. But then there is a big abyss into which we throw the greatest cultural to the Greek, to whom I leave you.
The wound wouldn't heal.
Sila, far-fetched,
Halls
family,
full of doorways.
mountebank, forthright, real estate,
A springtime reverie
force field,
about Chinese emperors.
tenderloin, operation,
Beware
asterisk,
when your life becomes
punishing.
symbolic.
Tabasco, Falk,
It's too cloudy to bomb
discombobulate,
Miklos
Fume.
Radnoti today.
homework, impugns,
America
force,
swallows people.
most, destroy,
Indo-European roots.
cellophane, unreachable, level,
Clay feet.
Boris, held, outside,
In the media,
forest,
most people in this
raises,
country no
soupy,
longer exist.
plop, carnal,
Asymptomatic.
lice, toy store, pirates,
The secret histories
pontoon,
of objects.
maroons, distinct,
Dear Sarah,
elephants, baby,
rooms
bed sores,
in the back of a house.
falsify, megaton,
Every century
blessed,
has its symbols.
superior,
Hess, its Spandau,
seminary,
and they don't
neglect,
endure.
slake, roundups,
Snow melting
dream,
outside a suburban
mathematical,
bowling alley.
melody, sweet and sour,
Subdural
lozenge,
hematoma.
blank, manufacture,
I admit it.
allegations,
I'm a Philistine.
today,
I like fourth movements
Drenched.
best.
absence, farthing,
There's usually a false ending
portmanteau,
before a true ending.
somatic, premium,
Living our lives
Blank.
together
sooth,
in this house.
Brian, boils,
It's a cold
Nostrum.
street when you're
Peacenik.
deranged.
Deeks,
People
Faucets.
step back from the dying.
Borman, unrestricted,
Swiss cheese and green
passages,
apples.
saccharin, suggestive,
There's a defect in the
Taut.
psyche
compendium,
where all the gunk accumulates.
Mangle. form, dominance,
My last thought
gorgeous,
on December 31st, 1999.
invent, slime,
Fuck you, 20th
demagoguery,
century.
precious, cigar, piecemeal,
It's not my world
breeding,
anymore.
information,
Was it ever my world?
breathe without, orifice,
Contemptus mundi.
pontoons, enough, tokens,
After death music.
mega, dust devil,
Lakeville Road.
aftermaths, beeswax, demonize,
The last movement
ants,
of the last
Moana,
unfinished
must,
symphony.
open, mean-spirited,
If a book
recollect,
catches your eye,
plenty,
read it right away.
decalogue, born,
So many
face,
on the make.
devious, scenic, implant,
Everything
brainstorms,
that never went anywhere.
boyish, flakes,
The sunset happened
demonstration,
far away now
bravura,
for someone
flavors,
else.
beavers,
Blueberries
ale.
from Chile.
lances, dubious, season,
Is it possible
11,
to apologize
damned,
for the Crusades?
dispatched, Oregon,
Spectral music.
beaming, braying,
We too
septic,
nearly died
Haley,
on the west bank
doubly,
of the Vistula.
fraught, toque, Doppler,
Hardcore.
torque,
A
preeminent,
cigarette
faceless,
is not the answer
duct,
to anything.
Boris, telemarkets,
The world is
omniscience,
everything
brief,
that shouldn't be the case.
telltale, freights,
The dead
Ormolu,
lose the world.
invoice, investigations,
Like so many
evidence,
others,
cells,
there's little I like more
letters,
than a media feeding
Basketball.
frenzy.
glass door, applesauce, mania,
A true account of my
Summarizes.
emotions
logs,
watching Pasolini's
priceless,
Salah,
oily, green,
Morning Dove,
bam,
Forever and
peanut,
Ever, Amen.
ice cream, horror,
The closing
vindicates,
of Greystone,
laparoscope, tooth,
Dead Stars,
layer, escapade, Doria,
Sic
doll,
Semper
gas,
Tyrannus.
aftermath, flattened,
Nothing is
Sandwiches.
ever lost.
ice cream, thrush, lake,
Either the sun
Noise.
is stronger
poisons,
or I am weaker.
allowance, beverage,
You see him
Aimless.
sometimes,
fasten,
guys about to crack,
police, ointment,
the endless
Plastic.
sorting.
sandstorm, coddle,
Time is not
Aspirin.
of the essence.
meeting, centennial,
To the memory of America's
infinitesimal,
middle class.
doily, Bartholomew,
Whatever happens,
applesauce,
I want to feel
premise.
good about my life,
formaldehyde,
grateful for it.
rascal, woeful,
Warm liquids.
bombastic, stripes,
The sun came out once,
brevity,
for a few
salient,
minutes.
origin, semblance,
Every day is Morton
does
Feldman Day
parkas,
in this house.
physical, transfigured,
A child
marked,
is filled with love.
bored, sleepy, heart,
There are times in life
test tubes,
when opposite responses
purple,
to a situation
sauce,
are equally
demonstrable,
justified.
righteous, doves, meniscus,
The ghost of a
transparent,
small farmhouse.
happenings, Louisiana,
One more thing
paleface,
we didn't live
forked,
through together.
paperweight, tethered,
There was one light on
embraces,
deep in the house.
sombrero,
A
diamond,
snowy road.
positive, morganatic,
Sacramental dramas.
breezeway, basketball, personal,
The future of
lambent,
decadence.
harpoon, Megillah,
You're given a
determinate,
life of
lace,
unknown duration,
sorry,
and sometime it
satisfied,
runs out.
ice, peevish,
Connoisseurs
Septembrist,
of small
brace,
towns.
Korea, Norman,
They'll never know what
blue,
hit them. They'll never know
tired,
why they're old and worried.
demonstration, hate, perverse,
What has died here
barnstorming,
and what
arc,
has never lived.
Morgan, telling,
Without sugar.
implicate, toady,
Where
sign,
are we in the Roman Empire
alligators,
right
baskets,
now?
ransack, decision,
Aberrance.
purist, modify,
And there was a
racist,
white amaryllis on the
transcend,
piano.
hurt, turgid,
It's bad
precipitous,
to wish bad on
household,
people.
putrid, eavesdrop,
Snoop Doggy
letter,
Dog's voice.
nutshell, men's store, lapidary,
Northern
Peas.
landscapes.
detached, organs, sieve,
Sometimes a room
ransom,
falls
behoove,
asleep and it can
mindful,
last forever.
accidental, erase, selfish,
You can only stay
To
with the
placate.
dead
master,
so long.
Selma, irrigate,
Alternate constructions
rise,
of time.
rhymes, parched,
P.S.
pent, compelling,
It's not my world.
breathing, teeth, please,
And the silence
timeless,
grows.
flames, breathing,
What does society
seething,
owe someone?
laughter, armorial,
Pardon
honey,
me, Kalidasa.
leather, diet,
Old
chimes,
trees.
disease, toilet,
Religious
Parking.
gunmen.
flies, negativity,
This summer,
darkening,
the ball fields
Aimless.
are empty.
hellebore, trashes,
If the past is infinite, how did we ever
Moisture.
get to now?
swabs, harps, tucked,
The land of the
Puckered.
punishing father.
gray, tonnage,
Part of a world
jaundice,
now.
fandangos, dual, measuring,
It was a beautiful,
ape,
ghostly existence.
megalomaniacal officer,
I was a
blood,
victim,
together,
and I never was a victim.
permanent, rascal, tooling,
There are things about life
methodical,
it takes a long
heavens,
time to figure out.
periods, incontrovertible,
The Ferris wheel
Happiness.
of friends,
pterodactyls, every day,
while no one was
Talcum.
looking.
none such, bloody,
Chimes,
Tupelo, harlequin,
emotionalism,
white, holsters,
tick, tick,
markup,
tick, tick.
effective, roster,
Sometimes
racing,
in life, you lose.
questionable,
You really lose.
leg,
And it's best to give up.
somewhere, decadent, cells,
You know what happens
Sessions.
to drones. They get killed in a
sexualize,
frost.
sand, derange, turpentine,
What was important?
onions, playful,
It isn't always easy to say.
anonymous, assassin, ugh,
Live in Japan.
toasty. Horses, piebald,
Gods disguised
smile, queen,
objects in the
Populate,
background of family
alias,
photos.
fish, CD, spawning,
Gardens are humbling.
applications, poly, graphic,
What's it like
holy,
when people don't see you
Yeah.
anymore?
Lou,
Rad.
safe, daytime,
Ghosts among us.
impossible, albatross, Satan,
6 years later,
empty,
I'm still thinking about him.
locket, anger, deceptively,
All the little worlds.
soft, what?
Our cute
Culpable.
typography.
Offices, braces,
You like to
Brave.
say
slice,
you were passing through,
cucaracha,
but you teren't.
flies, random,
Falling through time.
teas, salt water, lasting,
Tall
Breathe.
trees.
far, apples,
A book like the
Inform.
I Ching can wait
forensic,
for decades
houses,
on a shelf.
omnidirectional, personality,
Time is
holiday,
not on our side.
Bildungsroman,
says George W. Bush.
Seminole, ice, illustration,
Each day a tour
pebbles,
of the history
time,
of American culture.
distribution, belligerent, polished,
Recordings of the
Frankenstein,
dead.
swordfish, silver, omnipresence,
My half-brother,
bifurcate,
Steve Herford, is
polish,
dying.
performances, phone, purple, unregistered,
It was a shit life,
waiting,
stick man.
sandwich,
One of the worst in your
legislature,
class.
suppress, open, level-headed,
In the end,
sensorama,
we're the losing
11,
team in America.
hospitality, songbook, peace,
A
raspberries,
dark house.
telegraph, reason,
Antiquity.
appropriate,
Mirror of the
rugged,
future.
oil,
Josephus's
manufacture,
The Jewish War.
elephants, cream, monstrosity,
The silent
underground,
years.
blue, residential,
To the craven.
smorgasbord,
The spoils.
song, informative, palooka,
Alias George
Solvent.
Lane.
pressurized, telepathic,
We turn their nights
plastic,
green in Baghdad.
panjandrum, pellagra,
Every love
rice,
ends.
handlebars, help, breathing,
Dusk in a dark
Performing.
house
eternity,
is something I'll miss.
sign,
Avraham
telescopic,
Sutzkever,
glass,
before
Price.
it's too late.
impregnate, melody,
Meditation
regular,
on Dick
dime
Cheney's
stores,
mouth.
pilgrims, lemon,
What was the killer?
peace pipes, delegate,
The
information,
good die young,
levitation,
and the shits
Chinese,
live forever.
perfect, mesmerized, billy stick,
The angelic
Irregular.
Maxine Sullivan.
telephones, survivors,
We're
process,
firing into crowds now,
somnolence,
like the British at
pincer,
Amritsar,
rising,
a
horoscopes,
descendant of
dune
Rashi,
grass, house, pillboxes,
live in Chicago.
egg, songbirds,
Every friendship is
porter,
a dream
honest,
that ends.
paralysis, fresca,
The last
help,
refuge of scoundrels.
olfactory, are not, tooth, escalator,
Losing track of
Banister,
other people and
sauce,
time.
perfected, unknown,
In truth,
dog,
this is a book
lacquered,
of what I'm not writing.
preordained, elephant, filaments, evergreen,
Heavy metal,
horse, billabong,
crystalline growths,
overexposed, hollow,
the ultimate
harmonized,
Luther Allison,
mausoleum, heart, organism.
It's so easy
Breaded.
for a book
Red.
to die.
Broadcast. Buster.
The torturers,
Telephone.
frisson,
Bandanas. Pissants.
places for
Sign
things.
language. Racetrack. Beneficent.
America
system,
is a laboratory
orangeade,
for future social
sectarian,
pathologies.
eagle, minefield, Derek,
Friendships
soda,
wax and wane
polishing,
inexplicably.
serpentine, soup,
Maybe next life
honorific,
will be closer.
light bulb, all night,
A former
positions,
sophisticate.
trance, position,
I spent the winter
heartbeat,
editing the books of
tumescent,
my long dead half brother, David Herford,
toothless, Idaho,
forcing
premium,
forsythia.
insoluble executive,
None of it matters
performance,
anymore, does it?
membranes, Silverado,
They should keep
pressure,
Marianne Moore's
negotiate,
poems open on their
degenerate,
desks at all
breathe,
times.
regulator, ta-ta,
It's snowing like
Force,
crazy, and they're playing Train
longitude,
for 14
dollar,
days straight on
8,
WKCR.
operative, simple,
I wanted to write a poem.
practice,
That's what my
peaceable,
master said.
hobgoblin, olive,
Morning
solutions,
is a foreign country,
charcoal,
especially
right,
a sunny and chill
imperfect,
morning.
inedible, prime,
Kandinsky in a lab coat.
amplitude, miscegenation, talk,
I've seen this movie
soup spoon,
before, David
secret,
wrote.
pregnant,
For as
umbrellas,
long as ants
far away,
have drowned in honey,
sausage, telegraph,
the past
aporia,
is not a world.
onions, pockmark, northwest,
In the unfinished, still a
rice cake,
chance.
salamander,
White
breaks,
quartz boulders
disaster,
in a ravine.
deeps,
Otherworldly
store,
oyster
necklace.
weed.
guy, elevator,
One day,
premises,
life goes bad.
Biltmore,
Alchemy du
la,
verbe.
pork, doggerel, sellout,
That old-time romance
Positive.
philology.
elements, radio, petunias, positron,
Knowledge
belfry,
is exactly as
Session.
fragile as a human body.
estuary, pillory, face,
Shadows,
feathery,
the future casts
lathing,
on the present.
parallel, mortgage,
The illusion there's a better seat.
synesthesia, eggshell,
The present
fastened,
crowds out the past.
horror,
No
Pool
goddess
room,
fought beside
dick,
you in this battle.
season, measured, vault,
Time for a terror
marked,
alert. I can feel it.
openings, steam, icing,
The more things matter,
hellgate,
the more meaningless
broke,
they feel.
phone, meltdown,
The more meaningless things feel,
leucopus,
the more they
park,
matter.
operates, intellectual,
The world
left,
is filling with words.
programs, leave, pure,
Asseverations.
prestige, pillow book,
Election
felt,
Day 2004.
omphalic, rodin,
Take it out in vile
piecemeal,
whiskey.
fungible, sugar daddy,
The prospect
holster,
of seeing
honestly,
dad's great-great-grandchildren.
almond, plutonic,
Appledore.
estrogen, 7,
In truth,
fragment,
few people are watching.
Bonnie, organ, softness,
Divine sloppiness.
escalators, pine, escalate,
There is a will to
Brooklyn.
be deceived in
Race.
people, and they will be
Pool cues.
deceived.
shock, pelt,
Some things
semantic,
were better than others.
zeitgeist, rhyme,
10 of the 12
High
tribes
tail,
were wiped
backside,
off the face of the earth
ring,
by Sargon.
infinity, frankincense,
Humankind cannot bear
imprison,
very much
Nope.
reality.
regulated, telemark,
It's clear now
pearl,
America will
salvation,
have its Herman Brock
estrogen,
It's
Purpling.
Robert Musil.
Pell-mell, filament, homonym,
Only so
Opening.
many more years together.
bandana, hanger, breath,
Menachem Schneerson,
premiums,
the last Rebbe.
M&Ms, level, teleport,
Family photos.
hemisphere, reasonable, hell-bent,
I
nemesis,
can't think about
brain,
him now.
feather, penmanship,
I felt
ointment,
damned.
mastery,
I needed to do
blocks,
something good,
tolerant,
purely good.
amplify, palisades,
Each's
magazine,
own little
lasting,
slice of history.
preservatives, elegant, hearken,
I thought your family
Juiced.
died out a long time
Parking.
ago.
raisins, omniscience,
We went as far as we
Pillbox.
could together.
infancy, purling, belt, license,
The day I heard
polygons,
we were building a
soft,
base in Tajikistan,
segment,
I knew our empire
Reagan,
was in
random,
inescapable decline.
remnant, hula hoop,
Cash
Brace.
only.
healthy, oligarchic,
The germ isn't
Point.
dangerous, but the
Pooling.
immune system's
Semi-dark.
overreaction can be
Taste.
fatal.
noisome, filter, curse,
Never forget,
element,
we're a long way
solo,
from Auschwitz.
iron,
Gombrowicz
High
got
boy.
it right. The
mainframe,
camps were the Himalayas of evil
Legends.
and suffering.
inchoate,
At 2,
perfection, lockers, incarnate,
people love phonies.
prime time, silvers,
A natural disaster.
pools,
The perfect story.
basketball, signing,
Dead souls.
fibrillation, sessions, mockery,
We're so bloated with knowledge,
simulation,
we have to vomit.
Tabasco, laundry,
2 hurricanes
lollipops,
saved the
Primary.
federal estate tax.
factory, emulate,
A helicopter
timely,
hovers overhead
faucets,
for an hour
monuments,
like vultures in the country.
left-handed, handles, emoluments,
A dark
Shop.
house, a
operate,
dark day
farcical.
outside.
placement, phalange,
Some people
hominy,
die for us
pregnancy,
many years after they die.
washing, upchuck,
Some people die
Register.
for us many years
doggone,
before they die.
impolite, possible, honesty,
Hatred
almond,
sickens the soul.
ominous, stomach, furbelow,
Subspecie
Break.
aeternitate.
redneck, cauliflower,
A Europhile
semblance,
earlier in life.
pillows, collie, leggings, sordid, pomegranate,
A matchmaker in Pittsburgh
songbird,
arranged
tokens,
my father's parents' marriage.
horseshoes,
A
pellicle,
World War II
measly,
flyover.
far out,
Iraq
diamond,
demonstrated our
pearls,
weakness.
penny ante,
Selah.
machine, flakes,
That must be my last thought.
opportunist, monster, hazard,
A shitty day in a
Palace.
nice place.
Siamese, rest,
At night, the
monopoly,
flaws are no
Policy.
longer visible.
bollocks, Beauregard, method,
So much to throw away
horrid,
in this life.
reverse, honor,
Infinite
mother,
memory.
selfish, bread,
Infinite
peanut,
storage.
Zinfandel, God,
Einsatz Gruppe
Horses.
A.
host, toy, pocket,
I wonder if the next
Farfalle.
Jesus Christ was
Foremost.
born in the year 2000.
fasten, grandma,
Losing touch
precious,
with the world.
eggnog,
So many
Infantry.
chances.
left over, Tupelo,
Paul Auster's
August.
New Jersey.
hologram, bother,
We literally
Illustrate.
become
Message.
thin-skinned.
faucet, simper,
Come on,
perform,
run to hear the cicadas
Braced.
in the park.
buyers,
Run a few
highway,
more times.
infant, displaced,
back in the old world.
lozenge, makeup,
The ball fields.
underwater, rhyming,
It's hard to
Dodger,
remember. We're made
promise,
of dead stars.
omnibus, Sylvan, inter,
Mickey Spillane can't die.
Tories, registry, poison,
The decline of
Rights.
baseball.
infidel, breaks, Morgan,
Infinite for all
plebiscite,
intents and purposes.
forked, paste,
Biotherm.
billabong, Simon,
My favorite
Ether.
movies.
sagacity,
Sunsets
pearl,
and moonlight on the
Susan,
ocean.
waters, oily,
Ode to a blue
blues,
97
preferential,
Honda
parking
Odyssey.
lot, pines, umbrella,
If this were the
Regulation.
19th century,
forms,
someone would paint
purling,
Storm over
registered,
Brooklyn
pricey,
on July 28,
Bama,
2006.
laces, phlegathon,
I've stopped reading
telescope,
except
Frank,
the stupid newspaper.
pessary, Silverado, filth,
The islands
genteel,
march off into
alligator,
eternity in every direction.
dildo, Durer, horoscope,
Sunset
pile,
over Passamaquoddy
Magog,
Bay.
decision,
The
solve,
proverbial
militarized,
last week of summer.
leather, night,
The scene of the
suction,
crime.
mascara, to do,
A schizophrenic
Polydor,
Jew living with his mother
ample,
in St. Petersburg.
socks,
Solve
Poindexter,
Poincaré's
doily,
conjecture.
Drake, ego, opera, timed,
What percentage
minimum,
of the universe is
Roger,
unknowable?
stork, sunbeams,
Ultimate
slime,
Music.
belly, toreador,
Listen to the
Hell,
second hand,
uncle,
the winding down of time,
Hollister,
once and
Good.
for all.
a plot, pool,
A day with a rented
apply,
stethoscope.
wildcat, dice, north,
The disasters
escalator,
of military
fork,
adventurism.
holly, brigands,
We didn't take enough
infinitesimal,
photos.
parks, underset,
The German woman
manufactured,
in my dreams.
locks, timeless, registration,
The infinite
tools,
English language.
onomatopoeia, legislation, harm,
The second-hand
pineapples,
tunnels into the wall of the
elephantine,
future.
mocks, hollyhock,
Forsythia
morganatic,
at Christmas.
marks, tie pen,
We do
elementary,
have to say goodbye.
harp, present, impossible, rape,
Every generation
anomic,
is the last of
telepathic,
something.
mega,
The
immune,
joys and sorrows
houseboat,
of having
Sing.
famous relatives.
unsung, hillbilly,
Ode
toll,
to a magnifying
pursue,
glass.
neglect, hand,
Each of us
primate,
has a struggle
ambulance, meat, ancients,
The Leroy Jenkins
seasoned,
Memorial
Soil.
broadcast.
high beams, orifice,
The person who takes
Boil.
the pictures.
microdose, household,
There are some
Pill.
good things about
Gertie.
death.
pellets,
No more slights.
moon, stings, seminal, icy,
Letters.
AC/DC, toolbox,
Many infections never fully
Homily.
heal.
Rogers, oak,
Eyes narrowed in intense
Hearts.
pleasure.
sap, underwrite,
Resplendence.
rescue, Q, Emmeline,
Ooh, hoo,
Levin.
goodbye.
megalomaniacal, whitewash,
Gloom
razzle
settled
dazzle,
over the warming
street,
world.
poodle, amplification,
Inlets and outlets.
wills, Bilbao, elephantiasis,
It was like seeing
prosecution,
Wallace Stevens
lesson,
on the stage.
demonstration,
Walt Whitman
minus,
on the stage.
press, breathtaking, spoils,
The accretive
signs,
work.
frankincense, tamps,
This is not
songs,
going to work
irregularity, undermine,
or me.
token, housewarming, traces,
Sitting under a tree.
irrefragable, tolerance,
Dream
mark,
books.
Lacedaemonian, Zoroaster,
The headline
lace,
read, Wealthy widow
infiltration,
slashes self
polishes,
to death in
toys,
Denver hotel.
teleprompter, touching,
Somewhere along the way,
boys,
we failed.
pallid, arc,
Hawk and Django.
onomatopoeia, chops,
Sadly,
omnivorous,
you can only do
measurement,
so much in a
rocks,
day.
telescopes, allegations,
Some days
time
are
lapse,
more dangerous
operation,
than others.
immigration, tones,
The pariahs of
infantile,
history,
hand gliding,
50
oriel,
years old.
procedure, bell bottoms,
The portrait subject's
moniker,
message.
purebred,
There's more here
caramelized,
than meets the
typeface,
eye.
precise,
The education
masterpiece,
of Frankenstein.
categorized, hostage,
A
processions,
shitty day
milk
in
maid,
America,
pressed,
February 4th,
peacemaking,
2008.
final, raisin bread,
When you have too many
all
things,
day,
you don't take pleasure
open-hearted,
in any of them.
Mars, harmony,
Welcome to hell,
prosecution,
where a man's downfall
recapitulates,
thrills
origin,
the demons.
namby-pamby, dynamite,
Mom,
legend,
is that metastatic breast cancer?
evidentiary,
Yes, it is.
piling on,
Oh, Mom, that's
Eaton.
fatal. I know.
preferences, somatic, lake,
Mean
peace,
survival,
loving,
377 days.
loss, pressurized, downtown, Rhine,
Stay at the heights
omniscience, doors, ISIS,
while no one is looking.
Bessarabian, colorblind,
It's time to pull down
application,
Edmund
candlemaker,
Spencer
times,
from his high shelf.
far-fetched, infantilize,
A
hindmost,
summer listening to
Preference.
Janis Joplin.
legislating, negligible,
A Pyrrhic victory.
plasticine, felt,
The
practiced,
dead soul.
houseboats, Philistine, elevation,
The Orientalist
reasonably,
leaves one heaven and enters
peace
another.
pipe, house guest, moral,
Days
tool
of
chest,
the moon.
horseshoes, sing-song,
2T Spetzosti.
seasonable,
You
tiller.
destroyed yourself.
eggshells, telegraphy, lindens,
The fog
messenger,
overstayed its welcome
paranormal,
this August.
onside, timepiece, cigarettes,
Mosquito larvae
stupidity,
in a puddle.
elevators, procedures,
The water's flowing out.
monastery,
All the water's flowing
registries,
out of the mud flats
boisterous, philandering, process,
as if there were
allegiance,
no real reason.
timid, elegance, neglecting,
I stood in close range
burlesque,
of Rupert Murdoch
feathers,
yesterday,
breathless, negates, talk show,
the last day
heartaches,
of many, many
mind,
years.
songbook, applicable,
Every so
morph,
often, the New York
elevated,
school
lamplex,
blows like an ampersand
hesitate,
through my
recession,
mind.
punishment, infinite,
It's an interesting
timeshares,
experience
beam,
agreeing to become a
regulate,
different person.
timepieces, penny,
A cold
icicles,
house.
procedural, rutabagas,
America
polygon,
wants the opposite
alligators,
of George W.
Winnebago,
Bush.
boiling, legislated,
My half-brother, Sando
disease,
Ruby, is dying.
hullabaloo, lopping, measure,
The last flowers
infiltrate,
last
igloo,
longest.
selvage, emanations,
Odd herenium.
seasons, lampshades,
Praise Jah.
finalize,
We live
melting,
to see the defeat
heartbreak,
of that crowd.
team, harvest,
Like a Russian,
sing along,
the day
pile
communism
up,
collapsed.
hot dog, delegation,
Ode to
Doolittle,
joy.
heart, somnolent,
reading the book of Revelation
binary,
on the subway.
filigreed, exordium,
It's time now
roster,
to listen to
soporific,
Mahler's
tar pit,
9th and 10th
answer,
symphonies.
profess,
I need
dominant,
God.
solid,
Bye-bye, brother,
underwear,
Sandy said.
sucked, peas, parallels, blemish,
Someday, every drop of pain
sagacious,
will be washed
Heathcliff,
away.
salt, egg beater, obese,
Nothing more unreal than
Lamplight.
reality.
dint, boy,
The possibilities of poetry.
dueling, soy, implicate,
It's snowing in
Heim.
this and several other
honest to goodness,
universes.
persevere, dawn,
Private
mesmerizing,
language.
Hollister, buff, possibility, Silverton,
There are fascist cancer
Oval.
cells in America.
megalomania, dollhouse, mon,
It's never too late
prosperity,
to return to your hometown.
legendary, tailgate,
The streets of Grandma's
Escalators.
girlhood
pine cones,
100 years later.
implacable, heartless,
Time to return
restitution,
to classical music.
filibuster, placemark, slimpify,
They don't care about you
precisely,
anymore.
raspberry, solid,
The first cracks
seasoning,
in the plaster
songsters,
appear after
teen,
10 years.
elemental, blueprint,
Gray hairs,
infamy, signpost, tolerable,
truck crash
opposite,
photos,
escarole, honorable,
walking a mile for a
tumescent,
Caravaggio.
telegenic, baseball,
God
poltroon,
is the last hope.
ahoy, operating, hospitals, cigar,
The world is
billowing,
hard.
harmonica,
People are hard.
airy,
They bruise me.
time-bound, blustering,
Bats loose
Cigarette.
in the universe.
amplified, tupamaro,
Each day,
Rangoon,
summon up one moment
sincerity,
from the past.
slate, housing,
The
softening,
penultimate sighting.
beefy, premise, fourscore,
Poeti Italiani
Soluble,
del Novecento.
purpureal,
A gift from
digital,
Owen that keeps
origami,
giving 15 years
Wackenhut,
later.
toasts, cyanide,
The great
organize,
pig out.
and
Compulsive
prepped.
worlds.
legacies, Dell,
A game face.
bananas, filigree,
Irradiated
tonsil,
by 16th
Oregon,
and 17th century
phalange,
English.
sweets, braces, membrane,
Take drugs by day,
Sagittarius,
drink by
Oracle,
night, and stay away
bromides,
from cigarettes. They can kill you.
belted, heavenly, personal,
Creatures
Soiled.
of routine.
telegram, doppelganger, timing, paralyze,
Our gravestones
Birthmark.
will be slightly
Office.
worn, Bob,
filtered,
before that Muslim
Brim.
kid gets out of jail.
eating, purblind, peptic,
Pre-libations
Wrong.
of the great libation.
canister, swallows, candy, mandarin,
Afterward
tank top,
is a long time.
gasoline, rest
You
stop,
changed.
androids, bottom,
Ah, yes,
Sock.
our frigidity.
hollowed, pompous,
Some of my
Dime.
grandmother's relatives
pie plate,
believed she was
Proper.
murdered.
lice, hospital, damask,
Truth is
Melt.
finite. Falsehood
Rasputin,
infinite.
bellhop, tell, plasters,
A bad person.
syllogism, size, eligible,
Chipping.
tree frog, purslane,
This is what I would
Pinhole.
do if I were
impregnable,
free.
parmesan,
Ancient
fate.
rhetoric.
omniscient, ironclad,
Non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs.
purified, splits,
A
ambulatory,
residue of words.
formless, tyrants, cellophane,
Each
sanction,
person confronts the gulf
dopamine,
between what was
hemisphere,
possible
handyman,
and what they did.
checkbook, negligence,
Short but
imminent,
sweet.
teal, monumental,
during the golden age
soothing,
of prisons.
ensigns, Pellegrino,
N period,
peaceful,
A period.
dispute, severance,
Noli me
emanates,
tangere.
dianthus,
Fet champêtre.
dime store, highways, train,
The nightmare
legislate,
of insanity
mark
and the
down,
horror
girls,
of violent death.
neglected, promised, reality,
Mom,
space-time,
we're talking about
handwork,
two people who had
touchstone,
very tragic
practical,
lives. And
offering,
unfortunately for us,
heck,
they were our close
patooties,
relatives.
diseases, placate,
The movie,
organized,
The Best Years of Our
megalith,
Lives, on mute.
hop house, billboard, tolerate,
Old Age,
bodacious,
translating
husbandry,
Guido Gozzano.
implicit, Roswell,
What holds
megaphone,
up after 50
icebergs,
years?
peel, residence,
Using words
solution,
we don't know.
tomes, lollipops, cruelist,
We end our lives
easel,
listening for
telepathy,
footsteps in
placemat,
hospital hallways,
binding, pragmatic,
playing Ann
harmonic,
Peebles. I'm going to tear
punitive,
your playhouse down
prognosis,
over and over.
seventh, gatekeeper,
A criminal
allowance,
soul.
lockjaw,
Places
Slavic,
in the hills,
telltale, snorkel,
the highlands,
oracular,
the sports triumphs of childhood,
Tolliver, rafters,
societies devoted
sap,
to extreme sports.
ninepence, markers, tamp,
This then
evidence,
we saw
fandangos,
rhubarb and
roundabout,
asparagus,
horseback, pointed,
spittle in the bed
birthright,
straw,
pool hall, answers,
the garden
tank,
sickens.
original, tangent,
People haunt us
bake,
in specific places.
monument, offices,
People haunt us at specific
Peacenik,
times.
umbrage, trespassing,
The mourning dove.
levitate, heather,
You
homespun,
led me to the country.
singing, breathy, parterre,
The fields at night.
Telemon, dog shit,
Only the faces
Bema,
change.
somatic,
Driven off by deer
bonfire,
flies.
hot dogs, torsion,
Artifacts
gears,
everywhere
melted,
in a ditch.
ringing, harem,
Site of a 17th
region,
century Mohican
testing,
village.
ruddy, pillow,
You can
egg
drown in a river,
distances,
especially when your pockets
salmon,
are filled with stones.
boyhood, robot,
Maple,
torque,
serple.
oranges, sellout,
The country is annoying.
ranger,
That's a problem with
harpoon,
the country.
hind,
Cars
olives,
whipping past
peanuts,
in the rain.
minor, locker,
Still
falsify,
July after all these
sizing,
years.
paragon, boxcar,
Cicadas in
orange,
the treetops.
Mexican, highlight,
August.
rhymes,
August and nothing
Blather.
more.
TB, monkey,
You have to do something with
Saucers.
time,
board,
or time will do something
real
with
estate,
you.
proceed, sated,
Variations
pelvic,
on a theme
angular,
of Stevens.
hockey,
Variations on a theme
safety,
of Williams.
dignity, teasel,
The toxicology
oil can,
report.
hijinks, canned,
The ocean
tie-dye,
tosses us gifts
breasts,
for use much
temper,
later.
range, begonia,
Alienation,
boots,
an ode.
poise, magnify,
Cosmic
hilltop,
pessimism.
maple, oratory,
Attacked
milkshake,
by a mob of crusaders in Treves
sessile,
in
holy
1097.
roller, tongs,
Constantine's
samovar,
throne room.
insight, movie,
Ancestral
hallway,
Mets.
opener, pain,
Only dreams
Eastern,
are sure to
rot,
survive.
peep, pajamas.
The front doors of Europe's
Taste.
cathedrals are permanently
Onyx.
closed.
Premiere.
The
Outside.
stray dogs of Europe,
Tool. Organon.
the alien cats of
Underground.
Europe.
Rain. Dog food.
Why do I think of you
Tea
now?
stain. Lock. Forests.
In the land of tall
Hominid.
trees,
Bell.
the people are smaller.
Hostel. School day.
The wind
Pogo.
in a tree.
Dodging.
Imagined places.
Muck. Handful.
Remembered
Blowtorch.
places.
Oats. Lacquer.
The strange preservative
Boneset.
powers of plastic.
Systems. Tribal.
Sheikh Omar
Nose.
Abdel Rahman,
Tooling.
America's most famous prisoner.
Beefsteak. Sioux. Legroom.
What would I do
Hymnal.
if I knew I were
Parallelogram.
going to die soon?
Oil drum. Bullet. Holographic.
A
Aimless.
small print Dante,
Teepee.
always in
Unregulated.
his pocket.
Pine tar. Oxhead. Foursquare.
The mind is finite,
Seed.
and the world is infinite.
Hillbillies. Police. Combustible.
The mind is infinite,
Mathematics.
and
prison.
the world is finite.
Phosphorus. Omnipotent. Thrice.
Political despair,
Priapic. Even-handed.
motley
Lagoon.
hills.
Zinnia. Positioned.
The farther we look
Peoples.
behind,
Rhinestone.
the more fear in
Silverware.
our eyes.
Oilskin. Tapas. Hesitation.
At this moment
Pong.
on TV,
Bobolink.
Major League
Toll
Baseball
booths.
is rehabilitating George W.
Honeysuckle.
Bush.
Eglantine. Levity.
What did it in
Berry.
the end? Carbon
Peacetime.
dioxide.
Doodad.
It was always
Salt
going
water.
to be a chemical.
Messaging. Period.
Too much
Easternmost.
of one element.
Tooled.
We're destroying
Killjoy.
the world.
Tolerated. Dollop.
Every car in the
Telltale.
landscape
Timeshare.
sounds like it's coming here,
Finite.
but
Tile.
none do.
Heartfelt. Pearly.
Stones don't
Meal
move in the
ticket.
country.
Prosecute.
They stay exactly
Refill.
where they are for years.
Permanent. Briny.
The nightly drone
Virtual.
of the wood
Reckoning. Pelted. Face to face.
Often our knowledge of the
Elongated.
past
Points.
hinges on a single
Sapporo.
conversation.
Parallax. Lemony. Walking stick.
What better
Seminary.
subject than
Candle.
oligarchy?
Ion. Boys' room. Markup.
Half
Sus.
brothers.
Pact.
At some point,
Death
it
Star.
became more fulfilling
Pellagra.
to spend time with the
Basted.
dead. Lit
Lemonade.
windows on a
Toothy.
late fall afternoon.
Painkiller. Lollipop. Raisin.
Coal trains to
Carpool.
be with
Organism.
Pharaoh Sanders.
Purify.
So close
Opposition.
to the end of
Eggplant.
time.
Drab.
Listening to
Hallways.
others talk
Fossil.
on the phone.
Tightrope. Doghouse.
The foreseeable
Roscoe.
future.
8-ball. Soybeans. Belfry.
Rain date.
Bollocksed.
We are all of
Foster.
us losing each other.
Zydeco. Holistic. Dwarfs.
Infinite beings
Poltroon.
trapped in a finite
Orison.
universe.
Paper. Reason.
Finite beings trapped in an infinite universe.
Escargot. Delegate.
Thanks, Dad.
Homage. Moonstone. Pinecone.
Reading old diaries.
Demons. Dune grass. Breaking.
The people in dreams.
Bowser. Earrings.
An infinite
Oliver.
day in a
Rules.
finite life.
Umbrella. Drinks.
Has anyone
Diamonds.
tried to update
Morris.
Velimir Klebnikov's
Bifocals.
The
Fracture.
Tables of Destiny?
Masked. Caseworker. Eminence.
Mom's dream,
Dicey.
the night she fell.
Eel-like. Falafel.
When you love your
Shake.
mother, she dies
Drink.
1,000 times
Telling.
in your mind.
Sugar. Stylight, poobah, sized,
Ginsberg's huge
pileated
cop by the
program.
soda machine.
faces, métier,
The state police.
dog show, repose,
The problem
unionized,
always is you love
easels,
the person.
tape,
Princess
percolate,
trees, Sephora
beeswax,
japonica,
wrapper,
used for making hearts.
test tube, sincere, arena,
Jasper Johns flags.
freestyle, aspirin, Parma,
The finest person I ever
zoological,
knew died 25
dollops,
years ago.
whale, steeple,
Billie Holiday
signage,
was born a month after
order,
my father.
quasar, hymen,
Three sisters.
pom-pom, Easter, tubas,
The top 10 soul
bobcat,
records on
hostile,
July 31st,
Lance,
1965
ideology,
at WNJR in
Mommy,
Newark.
coin, tennis, Tokyo,
The difference between
flywheel,
death and estrangement.
meager, egret, peninsula,
Osama bin
icicle,
Laden, 1957
beans,
to 2011.
TWA, igloo,
Do Osama bin Laden's
armature,
writings
sorrow,
belong to the U.S. government?
Reese, trestle, master, space,
The outer reaches
Solomon,
of the English
school,
language.
place, Elena,
Sleazy
parked,
movies.
rakes, arms
Returning to
length,
Rilke.
soften, handy,
I don't have to
source,
think about it.
sorry, piney,
Cruel and unusual.
repose, boiled, soothe,
You gotta walk the roads.
inanimate,
shit.
omens, logic, even
Dip
song,
me in Lethe.
China,
I don't want to know.
hills, dovetail,
The bereaved
feel,
are different. A
rang,
special class of people.
successful, sizes,
Keep advancing
Sell,
pawns.
ratify, slimy,
The cicada
mama,
rattles outside the window
Kabbalah,
far away
silly,
this August
safe,
for someone else.
landlady, pride,
September 1st, 2011. A
sorority,
bad day.
hawk,
The day we diverge.
imps, institute, beef,
We are tides
Holy,
mindlessly
app,
moving around
dock,
the rack of our lives.
mask, theology, host,
Why this urge to read
Lost,
biographies now?
rock, sublunary,
Unnecessary
Ames,
syllables.
deek, pellucid,
Driving north to Rensselaer
Reds,
County.
ravens, mice,
The greatest moment
hall,
of forgetting.
swaps, form, evil,
Outermost
mascot,
places
pent,
in the history of art.
racy, taste buds,
The summer
told,
of 1999.
wood, hope,
No,
lamp.
I know.
ruby, bake,
Game 7.
nape, explicit,
It's snowing in
9.
October in New York for the
Sela,
first time in 140
far-fetched,
years.
family, mountebank,
Disambiguation.
forthright, real estate, force field,
That mysterious day
tenderloin,
along the Seekonk
Operation.
River.
asterisk, punishing,
The pastness of the
Tabasco,
past.
Fock, discombobulate,
When I die, I want to see my great-grandfather, Zusman Ruby.
impugns,
I want to see my
Force.
short-lived great-grandmother,
moose,
Henarasha
destroy,
Biren.
opera, cellophane,
Fairview Avenue,
unreachable,
bare trees
level,
in early December.
Boris, held,
11 lemons,
outside,
a still life.
forest, brazes,
Aberrant
Soupy.
phrases.
plop, carnal,
Tristia,
lice,
the most
Toy
important
store.
days.
pirates, pontoon, maroons,
One of the roughs.
distinct,
They say
Elephants.
dreams involve an inhibition
Baby.
of serotonin
Bed
reuptake.
sores. Falsify.
The last birthday
Megaton.
hurts.
Blessed.
Ooh,
Superior.
Memphis Mini.
Seminary.
The quiet
Neglect.
period before
Slake.
bereavement.
Roundups. Dream.
Useless knowledge.
Mathematical. Melody.
The greatest American singer
Sweet and sour.
died in police
Lozenge.
custody for drugs.
Blank.
What more do you need to know
Manufacture.
about the place?
Allegations. Today.
Let people destroy
Drenched.
themselves.
Absence. Farthing.
The past
Portmanteau.
is the last place
Somatic.
where we can live.
Premium. Blank.
Dreams are the
Soothe.
last place
Brian.
where we can live.
Boils.
Pig meat Terry.
Nostrum. Peacenik. Deeks.
Only glucose water
Faucets.
and oxygen.
Foreman. Unrestricted.
At the end,
passages.
you were annoyed with me,
Saccharine.
and that's how it goes.
Suggestive. Taught.
What thou lovest well
Compendium.
remains.
Mangle. Form.
Puff the magic dragon,
Dominance.
so far away
Gorgeous. Mace. Preponderance. Invent.
now. There are outer points in a person's life,
Demagoguery.
and the fall of 1977
Precious.
was one for me.
Cigar. Piecemeal.
Brooklyn,
Breeding.
the next Yiddish Garden of Eden.
Information. Breathe.
Old vocabulary cards.
Orifice. Pontoons.
The
Enough.
vicarious life.
Tokens. Mega.
I don't know what I'm
Dust
saying.
devil.
I say what I'm saying.
Aftermaths. Beeswax.
In memoriam,
Demonize.
George McGovern.
Ants. Buana.
The strange existence
Must.
of the past
Open.
within us.
Mean-spirited. Recollect.
These guys aren't
Plenty.
the Soviet Union,
Decalogue.
Nazi Germany,
Born.
Imperial Japan.
Face. Devious. Scenic.
I was a
Implant.
lost soul wandering out of town
Brainstorms.
in the general direction
Boyish.
of the graveyard.
Flakes. Demonstration.
One regret,
Bravura.
not knowing enough people.
Flavors. Beavers. Ale.
High priests
Lances.
of the irrational.
Dubious.
The first
Seasoned.
bewitching bars
11.
of the song.
Damned.
Invade
Dispatched.
all the spaces.
Oregon. Beaming.
He writ no
Braying.
language.
Septic. Haley.
As usual,
Doubly.
the immortals were in the
Fraught.
audience.
Toke.
The bottomless notebook.
Doppler. Torque.
The world has only
Preeminent.
so much time.
Baseless. Ducts.
General
Boris.
Vo Nien Gap,
Telemarkets.
greeted by Julius
Omniscience.
Caesar in heaven.
Brief. Telltale. Freights.
Outsider art.
Ormaloo. Invoice.
Emiri Baraka says,
Investigations.
play that,
Evidence.
play that, play that.
Cells. Letters. Basketball.
Attuned to
Glass
birds.
door. Applesauce.
Reflections
Mania.
on water.
Summarizes. Logs.
The new didacticism.
Priceless. Oily. Green.
Wrong turns.
Bam. Peanut.
Bernadette,
Ice
a letter
cream.
from you is like
Horror.
a letter from Joseph Cornell.
Vindicates. Laparoscope. Tooth. Layer.
Implications of the fact
Escapade.
that poetry has no effect
Doria.
on American society.
Doll. Gas. Aftermath.
Exclamations in songs.
Flattened. Sandwiches.
Oh, Susanna.
Ice cream. Thrush.
No protester ever desecrated the
Noise.
flag as much as Dick Cheney
Poisons.
and Donald Rumsfeld.
Allowance. Beverage. Seamless.
Only the last seconds of dreams
Fasten.
now.
Police. Ointment.
What day is this?
Plastic.
What day is this
Sandstorm.
in American history?
Coddle.
What day is this
Aspirin.
in my life?
Meeting. Centennial.
Unlike William Blake,
Infinitesimal.
I never spoke
Doily.
with the prophet Isaiah
Bartholomew.
at the breakfast table.
Applesauce. Premise.
We don't realize how many
Formaldehyde.
sounds are around us
Rascal.
until we listen to recordings.
Woeful. Bombastic.
30 years of diaries.
Stripes. Brevity.
Ode to the violent left.
Salient. Origin. Semblance.
My childhood teachers,
Sodas.
all dead now.
Parkas. Physical.
In our minds,
Transfigured.
they're still in the same place,
Marked.
but they're not.
Bored. Sleepy.
Edgar Allan Poe's
Heart.
philosophy of composition.
Test tubes. Purple.
Not
Sauce.
a teacher, a student.
Demonstrable.
Dreams
Righteous.
of the 2000s.
Doves. Meniscus.
They have it over us,
Transparent.
and they're going to keep having it
Happenings.
over us.
Louisiana.
Too
Paleface.
far for everybody.
Forked. Paperweight.
Great moments in history.
Tethered.
Hitler visiting the tomb
Embraces.
of Napoleon.
Sombrero. Diamond.
The dead tree in the evening
Positive.
sunlight.
Morganatic. Breezeway.
2 clocks ticking
Basketball.
out of sync.
Personal. Lambent.
Surrounded by blinking lights.
Megillah. Determinate.
We created a low-level
Lace.
sense of alarm
Sorry.
around us.
Satisfy. Ice.
The past,
Peevish.
the knowable part of the present.
Septembrist. Brace.
The future,
Korea.
the unknowable part of the
Norman.
present.
Blue.
The past,
Tired.
the dream of the present,
Demonstration.
until
Hate.
proven otherwise.
Perverse. Barnstorming.
I wanted to
Arc.
develop completely on my own,
Telling.
not necessarily a good idea.
Implicate. Toady. Sign.
When you play goalie in the NHL,
Alligators.
you're going to give up some
Baskets.
goals.
Ransack. Decision.
Some people just
Purist.
have bad luck.
Modify.
Best to erase.
Races. Mollify. Transcend.
Things start well
Hurt.
and end badly.
Turgid.
That's not uncommon.
Precipitous.
Communities or
Household.
coteries.
Putrid.
It's time to remember
Eavesdrop.
dreams again.
Letter. Nutshell.
Sometimes
Men's
a
store.
frog or
Lapidary.
bird speaks English
Peas.
words accidentally.
Detached. Organs.
Nature's syllables,
Sieve.
words,
Ransom.
lines,
Behoove.
stanzas.
Mindful. Accidental.
Consider the cricket.
Erase. Selfish. To placate.
What is love but a prelude to sorrow?
Selma. Irrigate.
A genetically defective
Rice.
family.
Rhymes. Parched.
We return to Providence.
Pent.
Too late, Martha.
Compelling.
Or on the wrong night. Or something else.
Breathing.
Still in Brooklyn, Lord, in the rain.
Measly. Softener.
Everybody
Posit.
plays the fool sometime.
Pregnancy. Steak.
Words displaced from the mind.
Diamonds. Tabasco.
For eons,
Bilbao.
insect sounds surrounded us
Silver.
as we slept.
Infinite.
What is the noise
Onion.
in my mind? a real sound, an imaginary sound.
Eggs.
Roberto Matta's
Brainwave.
The Disasters of Mysticism.
Impossible. Lamplight.
The Return of
Purple.
Oral Culture.
Amplify. Turkeys.
Inside those drawers,
Monster.
you will find objects that
Escarole.
once meant something.
Elephantine. Imps.
The impulse to tell you
Feathery.
about my life gives shape
Flakes.
to my life.
Heartless.
My name
Elephant.
should be Michael
Fragmentation.
Trevs.
Opening.
Only the past
Sauce.
is knowable.
Plastic.
They only live
Levitation.
in the past.
Hardy. Meltdown.
We live in the
Blue.
past.
Horoscopes.
We exist as written words
Lampshades.
to each other.
Master.
Music clouds
Ice
the
cream.
mind, and there are enough
Method.
clouds already.
Breads.
Love
North.
clouds the mind, and there aren't enough
Even-handed.
clouds already.
Sessions. Impossible.
Walking on that road
Porosity.
out of town toward the
Legislation.
graveyard.
Practice. Allegations.
The losing team
Information.
in America.
Body.
Sometimes we don't know
Telephone.
what we're doing.
11.
Listening
Evidence.
to Cecil Taylor all afternoon.
Levitation. Onions.
Faces smile at us
Organ.
from the past.
Frankenstein.
The best person.
Falsify. Limes.
The best kids.
Salvation.
Ellipsis. Finis.